Now, do you have a stockpile of DVDs and Blu-rays that you don't know what to do with them? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a great way you can create your very own home movie theater library. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back, and I will be showing this on a 4K Pro TV box, but it will work with almost any other TV box out there, even the Fire Sticks. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take you through the easiest complete process of setting this NAS hard drive up, which means network attached storage, to copying your DVDs to a digital format, that DVD and Blu-ray, and finally the theater media software. And the best part is, other than the hardware, which you already probably have, it's all free. Okay, first let's go ahead and talk about the process. We're going to be using a Buffalo 210 NAS 4 terabyte network hard drive, which is really priced well right now, and you can get it up to 16 terabyte size for those of you that have thousands of DVDs in their library. Now, you can also use this for a Plex server if needed, but that's for another video. Now, getting this set up is extremely easy just by attaching the Ethernet cable to the NAS, which is a network hard drive, and to the router. So you will need to have a router that has Ethernet ports. Next, plug the power in and let it boot up. Now, there are 3 ways to gain entrance into the new storage device, the NAS device, which is 1, use the web access using a browser and the IP address that your router assigns to it. Now, second, you can use a USB cable to your computer, which is the easiest, but I like staying on the network, but using the Buffalo app that comes with it. Now, you can install the app, open the app, and it will scan for the device itself. Click on the pop-up and enter. Now, this has been the very fastest way I have of doing it. Now, you can add or delete files and folders here, and assign it permissions if you need more security. But here for this example, we added folders named movies and TV shows. That's pretty much you can add pictures, you can do all that stuff too. Now, once this is done, you will place your digital content in the appropriate folder. But I guess first you may need to copy your DVDs into a digital format. Now, these formats are MKV, MP4, AVI, and so on. For a raw format that like 1-to-1, I like the MKV. It just plays well on almost any of the video apps. Now, if you don't have a DVD drive, which a lot of computers out there aren't coming with them anymore, they're just getting old school. But you can purchase a USB portable style really cheap right now. I mean, 30, 40 bucks, if that. Now, I'll have all the links in description below and everything we used in this video. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 30,000 now. I appreciate it so much. So thanks for your help. Okay, next we need to go to the free apps, and that will do all the work for us. Okay, I am not a lawyer, nor will I give legal advice, but in most locations I am told that they are okay to make one digital copy of a DVD or Blu-ray that the buyer has purchased as a backup. Now, this includes the purchases that you've made online and downloaded them, can also be placed on your media server for watching it from there. Okay, I tell you what, we'll go get that software here in just a second. Let's go quickly over what a NAS or network attached storage is and why SMB or server message block is an ideal protocol for setting up a media server. Now, a NAS like the Buffalo Link Station 210 allows you to store and access your files over the network, and SMB enables seamless file sharing across different devices in your home or other operating systems. This is why I chose this. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can get on this, and one is by an IP address that the router has assigned to the Buffalo, to the NAS drive, whichever you're going to use. Now, mine assigned, like 192.168.10.196. So, once you got it up here, you can go get started. Now, chances are if you hit get started and you have not logged in with your, password and so forth that you've already set up for this. Now, it's going to ask you on a first sign up and so forth, if you would go ahead and put in a new password and so forth to put in one of your passwords if you haven't already done that. which we already have, so we won't be doing it here. But all you got to do is put in a password here that is, I would say, strong password. But if somebody gets into your system, unless you have passwords on everything, we're just doing a movie thing. But if you decide to do like your own cloud-based system, this is what you want to do: is you want to put in a really good password, but one that you can remember. Okay, so we don't need to do that. We're going to go back. Okay, then you have web access. If you need to go to web access, that is getting access to your folders and so forth, that everything you need to do, you can go here and do it, which will bring up this. Here you will need to log in again. Go like that and see. Okay, so here are our files right here that I've already set up on it. Now you can add a folder here. You can do whatever you want, but the ones we're concerned with is movies and TV shows. The rest of these are actually hard password protected for other things I do. So, but this is what you want to set up on yours. Now you can do it here, but to me it is slower here. So that's why I'm going to take you to the better way to do this, and that is on your desktop, where we go ahead and click this. And what it does is searches for what it sees out there. So if you have more than one NAS drive, it'll list it all right here. We double click the drive itself, and see, this is what it brings up. This is what you saw on the web page. So let's go ahead and get that behind there so we don't see it. Here, what you want to do is, like I said, you put your movies in here. All you do is get them onto your computer and you transfer them over to the movie section, where, as you can see, if you here, and now that I've already put on, it's just like copy and paste, whatever you want to do. You can actually put a folder on your desktop that will accept movies, and then you put it in another one for another folder for TV shows. Then you can just upload it all again when you're ready for it. But yeah, this is a lot faster on this section here. The way this app works, really good, really good. So let's go ahead and go back a minute. We'll go over here and go TV shows. Now, as you can see, the TV shows have the main name. And you click on that, and this is how I put them out, and I'll show you in a little bit about it. But you want to go and name it plus season 1. And then you want to go ahead and do this: Breaking Bad, season 01, episode 01. That is a great way to do it. And like I said, I'll go over this again real quick. But let's go ahead. And since different NASs have different ways you're going to set it up, as far as, they're really easy to do. You just set it up, you get it ready, you put in your password, and start putting files in and putting permissions. So let's go ahead and go back. BitTorrent I do not use, so I just leave that off. And we want to go over to DLNA. You want to go ahead and click on that. And you want to make sure that it is on. And then you come down here and you see your folders that you have added. Now what you want to do is go ahead, and I put on here shared folders name and so forth. And I put it to on. If you don't want it shared, turn it to off. That's simple. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. Now, next up is advanced settings. Go and give that a click. Now, here's where you have your file sharing. This is what I want you to pay attention to, is this SMB. And that way you can put it right here and click it to on. Web access, if you want that, click it to on. And up here, you can modify and create, put more folders in, set up what it's for, web access, and the whole bit there. So you can do all that right there. within this folder. So that's a nice one to know there. Set up users, set up groups. You have drives, if you want to go ahead and click on that. As you know, this is the driver working off of the NAS. Not that you need to do this, but services, you want to make sure that the DLNA server is clicked on and the iTunes server is clicked on. This is reason is it's a transfer protocol that you want to make sure that you have on, because not everybody is going to use the same media players and stuff like that. So you might have an iTunes setup that you want to use. Okay, let's go in applications, BitTorrent, no thank you. Network, as you can see, IP address is already set up. I just put it under a work group. Go to backup. If you want to backup, you can inactive or make it enabled. Then you have management. This is where you can set different things. It's really, there's nothing really here for you unless you do have an SSL or you're running it with, like at a Airbnb, or you don't want people in it, or you want it very secure, then you can put on the SSL. And the main thing though is when you get this is go to the update here, and we'll see here the link station is using the latest firmware, but you want to make sure that you are updated all the time on that. It comes chock full of good stuff. Okay, that is the NAS box, and setting it up is pretty self-explanatory. Follow the directions for each NAS that you may want to buy. It doesn't have to be a Buffalo. I just happen to like this one, and I did order a 16 terabyte because I'm going to use it as my personal cloud because they just work. Okay, now if you're using, downloaded videos or something like that, DVDs that you purchased with it has the bonus code and so forth, you can put those on there already. They're already compressed and so forth. So you can add those to your movie files or TV files, what have you. But you do need a way to get the DVDs or Blu-rays into digital format on your computer. Now, this is kind of a tricky thing because you need to check in your area. This is what I'm showing you here is just purely educational to let you know that there is a way out there to do this. Now, this program right here, I'm going to show you real quick kind of what it does. But that's about it. It's self-explanatory on this part of it. This is going to take your DVD and Blu-ray disc, reads Blu-ray, and it puts it into an MKV format, which I like if you're going to go 1-to-1 without any compression. Now, the compression is key when you have a movie theater or movie library, unless you plan on adding on. Blu-ray discs can get up to, the 20 and 30 gigs each. So that's up to you. You can compress both DVD and Blu-ray movies and so forth down quite a bit before you actually notice that any denigration in it, any loss of color or edges or stuff like that. But this one here is kind of what a lot of people use. They do have software out there. I can't tell you which, but that will do it all for you. But this one here gets it onto your digital format onto your computer. So you can use just this program to do that. But like I said, check in your area, make sure this is legit, that you can do this. We went over it at the beginning, but I just want to make sure that you know that this is up to you if you do anything. Okay, let's go and take a look, and I'll show you what we got. Okay, as you can see, this is the program that's up. It's nothing fancy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. If you want to watch this, there's no disc inserted. So let's go ahead and put in, let's go and put in something. And yes, it just did that with mine. So it's going to read everything on the disk and find out what you need and what you don't. So I'm going to go ahead and let it run because it may take a few minutes. Oh, that was quick enough. All right. So if you're good to go ahead and click on that. Now, what this is going to do is and this may take 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to have to be patient when doing this. Like here it says remaining time 6 minutes. That's going to fluctuate up and down. Chances are it's going to be fast on this one because it is just a standard DVD and so forth. So, and there we go. That was pretty quick. Now, what you can do here is, do you want the French in there? Nah, you don't need the French unless you are French. Spanish, no, unless it needs subtitles and so forth, then you can do that down here. Do you want stereo and direct surround sound 5.1? I always choose that, and I always choose that just so it has both. And then subtitles I'll leave on for English. Spanish is gone. And that's for the CC. So if you have closed captioning that you need, you can leave that in there too. Okay, so now that we know that that's where we're going with it, you come over here and you can choose where you want it to go on your computer. So when you click on something like that, doesn't exist, so you want me to create it, you betcha. Or as they say in Fargo, you betcha. In Minnesota. No offense to my Minnesota people. I love y'all. I've been up there so many times. You guys know how to drink beer, I'll tell you that. But anyways, this may take here up, it could take 15 minutes, 20 minutes, what have you. Like I said, depending on how much information it has to process, how fast your computer is, because some computers will do it faster than others and so forth. So we'll go ahead, and as you can see, the source size is 4472.4. And, that's standard. Most regular DVDs are just, they're under 5. So, all right, look at it. I'll be right back after this message. Hello there. Are you experiencing erectile dysfunction? I'm just kidding. Hey, but I would like to know, guys, hey, if you would do me a favor and make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell while we're waiting on this. But yeah, if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And if you see that I give you, some quality stuff here, please hit the like button so the YouTube gods know to send it out to others like yourself. I'd appreciate it, and I always love when you share it too. I got some supporters that have been with me since day one, and I mean they've been with me all the way, and I do appreciate that so much because you guys are the why I do it, and that's why I don't ask donations. I don't do any of that. Although we might start a membership area coming up, that if you're a member, then you get free stuff. Or actually even a shot at, getting, products that are half off or what have you, whatever I can get for you. That's what we're going to do. So if you think that's good, put it in the comments for me and let me know if that's something you might be interested in. But anyways, if you would do that for me, I would appreciate it. And I'll see you when this thing is complete. Okay, here we go. It is now completed. This pop-up says copy complete, one title saved. Okay, that's all set. Let's go and close this down. Let's go over here to, okay, now that we've got it backed up, we're looking at Resident Evil there, 3.68 gigabyte. And that is, it went down from the 4 because we got rid of all the unwanted stuff. So now to look at this, let's go ahead and. So I like to look at VLC player, and we'll take a look here, see what we got. Turn off the sound. Okay. Oh, nice clear picture. That looked good. All right, now if you want to go ahead and you want to take these videos of yours that you have all in here now in your video folder, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up what they call Handbrake. But this is actually a compressor. It converts video to nearly any format, as it says, free and open source, so it doesn't cost you anything, and multi-platform, so it works on your Windows, Mac, or Linux. So you open it here. Make sure your Windows off to the side. That way you can take this. Now remember, this is 3.68 gigabyte. Take it into here. Go ahead and close that down. MP4 is a great format for about any player out there. I mean, almost every video out there on YouTube is MP4, but it still has all the high end. So you can change that to MKV or WebM. So I'm going to leave it on M4. Dimensions, 1080p, or you can go up to the 8K or 4K. You can go 4K HD. Okay, now what I like on this is you can use a 265, which will help, but I'm going to leave that there for right now. 30 frame per second. Actually, movies are done here in America at about 25 frames per second. And here you can do quality, and it has a slider, so you can kind of run it up and down, see what you want. The lower quality on this side, higher quality on this side. Usually in the center to right there is pretty good. We're going to go ahead and take it to here and see what we come up with. Now, audio. Here's a big one. Make sure that this is set. You have Dolby Surround and you have 5.1. I'm going to use 5.1. Has a nice bit rate. And you can either change these out, 5.1 channels. And subtitles, yeah, we're going to go ahead with the English UTF-8 if it needs it. If you don't have to have the subtitles, guys. So there we go. Now let's go ahead and add the queue. Okay, now you can do a bunch of these like this, but we're just doing the one here for you. Now you can start the queue here. You notice you have one in the queue. Now, if you go and start the queue, what it's going to do is it's going to write everything and put it into this folder right here. Now, you can always change that to whatever you want. But we'll go ahead and take a look, and I will get back to you when it's done. And like I said, this says 7 minutes. You know, it's going to be, depending on your computer and so forth, it could be anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. So that's up to you. So I'll see you here in just a second. Okay, it is done. Okay, now as you can see, it is done. And here we go. This is the one we did with just placing it on the computer. No compression at 3.68 gigabyte to 1.49 gigabyte. Hour 3405, hour 3405. So let's go ahead and crank this open and see what we got. Turn off the sound so I don't blast people's ear out. Yeah. That is an excellent copy. Okay. So that's it on this here. So you can learn a lot more with this. All you got to do is play with it. Let's go ahead and shut that down. And what we're going to go ahead and do is, since I renamed it, because I don't want it over copying or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we open this up just so we can show each other. Okay, share admin movies. So you come over here to movies. All you're going to do is drag what you got into it. So we go like that. It's going to start writing it over. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. So let's go ahead and go and look at the media software and how it works and how you can integrate it in. So you have a nice cloud-based system that pulls movies off your NAS drive fast, easy, no hiccups. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the top of the page and scroll to the right to bring up your Google Play Store. So it's going to be apps. Now, you want to scroll down a little bit and get into your search bar there and enter Nova Video Player. Not the Nova Play, the Nova Video Player. And download it to your on box or onto your other TV box. Okay, once installed, click on it to open it. Now you're going to go ahead and click allow while using the app. Then you're going to click to allow again for storage. Now here is the home screen for your new media player. It will look a lot different in a few minutes. Now if we go ahead and look in the movie section now, there is nothing there. Okay, we're going to go and populate this from your NAS drive and scroll down to network. And here is where you're going to find your NAS link station. And it may ask you for your password and so forth to get into it from this software. If you're under SMB, it shouldn't, but if it does, just put in what your username and password is, and you're in. There are two choices there. You need to choose the SMB option. So click on that now. And here the folder structure from earlier. So choose movies if it's a movie. Okay, at the top of the page on the left there, you're going to click on the plus to add a shortcut. Now, which will bring up this pop-up. But do not click on add a shortcut. I'm going to say it again. Do not click on add a shortcut. You want to index folder and click on it. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to look for all the movies that you placed in that movie section. If you look up at the top right, you will see it indexing 643 movies I put in the folder. Now, you can kick back and let it do its thing, which is going to go out to IMDb and get all the information and the artwork for each video. Here, let's take a look. Now, as you scroll down, you will see some with the wrong DVD cover and information. But that's okay. It's easy to fix. And you will run into this. Like this one, Batman. Now, I know it's not the right one. So click on that movie and scroll over to Remove Info and click it. Then click Get Info. I know. Wait until you see the correct DVD cover pop up and then click on it. Now it brings up all the correct information as you see by scrolling down. You can even change the DVD cover if you like. Just click on it. Okay, I'll do another one real quick. Let's do casino. Okay, remove info, get info, find the correct one. Now, it takes a moment to change the covers on the main section. And a quick note, if you have any that keep changing on you, now be sure to add the date within the title inside the square brackets like this. This should actually be done on all your movies and your TV shows. It just helps IMDb and so forth sort it better. Okay, while it's out there trying to get all the information and so forth, let's go ahead and go to the home screen and scroll over the collections on the movie section. Now, remember, it is still populating all those movies you're trying to put in there. So we'll go over to, let's say, Aliens collection, and you'll see them listed, 3 of them. Another way you can find movies and so forth is let's go and look at the movies by year, and it will list them in this way. Next, by genre, listing all of them on the left-hand side. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the TV shows now. Now, TV shows should be in separate folders, such as you would have the main title is the one folder. Inside that folder, you should have seasons like season 1 folder, and so on. Now, in each season, should have the title of the episode along with like S1E01, which is season 1, episode 01. You can also do S01 and E01, but like this. Now it makes a nice folder structure that works best for all media apps. Okay, let's do a little housekeeping and let's click on preferences and scroll down and check or uncheck the boxes you want to change. I like to uncheck the show all rows and so forth because they just will plaster just a bunch of stuff on there. So you can go through here and uncheck and check ones you want. I just like less clutter on the home screen, so keep scrolling down and you can adjust it as needed. As for the rest, I don't think I would change anything else until you are more familiar with this. Hey, let's go ahead and take a look at the movie player layout and settings, which work great. Here, this movie will do. Now, when it's playing, just use your mouse up control to bring up the menu. Now you can get subtitles here. You can do audio track. So adjustments like using the delay to sync the voice with the actor and so forth. Next, format the screen size here, play mode, and others. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the TV show's layout. Now scroll down, it will have each season lined out. So you can click on more detail for further info and more. Yeah, they do a good job with this, guys. It's less bloated, I should say. Now let's go back to the home screen on the on box. Now go ahead and find your Nova icon down there in your apps, long press it, and then click on move. Now you can click right or left and it'll take it to wherever you want it, and then just click done and you're all set up. Now you have a great working media theater setup. I chose Nova because it's not a bloated software. It just plays fantastic. Now, yes, you could use other platforms if you like, but this setup has been very dependable and it doesn't have all the add-on stuff that the KODI type, that kind of thing. Hey, let me know in the comments if this is the stuff you want to see here. This is part of the stuff. We're going to be expanding a tad, as you will see coming up, and I think you're going to like it. But if you do like it, please put it in comments. I appreciate that. And please like this video to tell the YouTube gods to show other like-minded people this video. And it really helps support the channel. And I tell you what, it's great to do. Now, remember, subscribe if you're not subscribed because we're almost at 30,000. So help me get there, guys. I appreciate it. So keep smiling. Life is good.